Claims he's being haunted by a ghost.
Unexplained mysteries to license mysterious
Boom.
boom, 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 boom.
Unexplained phenomena.
I said a boom, chicken boom. Boom.
Strange lights in the sky over Houston.
Bigfoot, it turns out, is real. According to one group of researchers,
Weird, wild stuff.
Mysterious.
Right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Mysterious Boom with Kel, Kevin, Karen, Christy, and me. Doesn't have a... What would that be? A hard C sound?
Christy.
Christy? I don't know. So, this week we have a very eventful, busy week, so we're going to get started right off the bat. The big thing that has been going around at the moment seems to be these clowns. You heard about these clowns?
Clowns?
Yeah. I don't know if they drink Faygo or what Faygo is. But, wow, there's one right there. Look at him.
Easy, buddy. Choose your words carefully. I'm not with those crazy clowns, though.
You're not with those
Sorry.
clowns.
Good, because that's dangerous.
I'm with a different group of crazy clowns.
They've been all the rage lately. They had posts online. There's one kid that got arrested in Huntsville for perpetrating clown threats. There was a clown threat at the school over here. We had a phone call about it. The school actually called about the clowns. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Christy?
Wait, the school called. They called like everybody who were parents of students to let them know, or what?
The entire district, yes.
Oh wow.
About the clowns.
We have a clowning.
We got
We
the
have
call.
that
You
call,
want to
actually.
listen to it?
Let's listen to that. Yes.
Good afternoon. This is Greg Ollis, Superintendent of the Channelview Independent School District. We have been made aware of a social media hoax where people posing as clowns are making threats towards school districts and campuses across the state and nation, including Channelview ISD. Although there have been no reports of actual incidents confirmed in Texas, we take this matter seriously. At this time, our constables are investigating and monitoring social media, and we have no indication that this is a credible threat to Channelview ISD. We will have school tomorrow, and we are taking precautions by adding additional officers throughout the district. Be assured that the Channelview Independent School District administration and law enforcement officers will continue to monitor this matter as we are committed to the safety of your children. Thank you for your continued support. We are looking forward to seeing all of our wonderful students tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. An actual call about the clowns from the school.
2 kids got arrested in Baytown.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Jenkins.
I don't know if you
2
saw,
kids.
Kevin, like a mutual friend of ours suggested dressing up as Batman and going to the park and seeing if we could deter the clowns by dressing as Batman.
How would that work?
Because the Joker...
It's like,
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I don't know if the Joker's actually afraid of Batman. Oh, no!
Oh, no, you. This video is going to get flagged.
uh-oh.
Yeah.
You say Harmon?
So, we found one of them.
Yeah.
No! You have not been terrorizing people from the
I was
woods.
in Baytown in the woods. at
Will
Jenkins
you
Park.
stop? Do not say that. It is so not true. Exactly.
I don't know if you can you hear me still.
Yeah, kind of.
Are you out of your mind?
Away with that. Away with that. So
You're a little muffled.
yeah, I don't know. I got text messages about being careful at the school because there was a choir event, and there was supposed to be some clowns. I don't know. I think it's viral marketing. This is like when the Charlie thing happened. Remember that? And it ended up being about that movie.
Somebody online actually said that whenever the Stephen King book It came out, when the first movie come out, people dressed up like clowns. That's what somebody said online. I didn't fact check it. And then they said that it's 27 years since then or something, and like the next they're making another movie, and so that they think it's viral marketing. I was like,
That's
you're
a bit-
crazy.
It's exactly
True.
what it is.
Kid.
Yeah.
They're little kids. Well, I guess it's like copycats.
Well, the one that got busted in Huntsville was like 14 years old.
Yeah, the
People-
kids here were like 13 and 16. Dude, are you drinking mason jar water too, Hugh? More power to you.
But yeah, that happened at my daughter's school. Like, I guess 2 high school kids showed up at the middle school dressed like clowns, and one of them got arrested, and I guess one got away or
Showed
something.
up at the school?
Yeah, showed up at the school dressed as clowns, and one got arrested from what I understand, and the other one like got away, and they don't know who it was.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
are these like cute clowns or like American Horror Story clowns?
Is there such thing as a cute clown?
Well, one that's all green.
Hey, you're talking to one.
Oh yeah.
McDonald would you be afraid
Or
of
are
Ronald
they like
McDonald?
all scary, freaky?
I imagine they're kind of scary. Of course, what if it's a nice clown?
Hugh, you're in the woods filming Grinnell Slow, and a clown is in the woods. What do?
We take the clown down. Or
Down with the
Yeah.
clown.
That's what
down
I'm
with the
saying.
clown. We take the clown
Yeah,
down.
down with the clown.
We were actually
I was-
filming in those exact woods, and Kelton was running around with a 1970s gas mask, like full head
Yeah.
gas mask on, and he kept staying kind of just in the woods close enough when people would walk by. He was like make a little noise for them to look at him, but I don't know if they ever did. He was trying to be the clown thing before the clown thing was cool.
You gotta be
So-
careful doing that now, man. Like
I know.
everybody on Facebook's got their guns ready. They're ready to like shoot somebody.
That's what I told him. I was like, man, this would have been like early August. You might have got hurt.
And you know, the kids talking about it don't make it any better. This lady at work was telling me that her daughter came home. I think her daughter's in like 5th grade or something. Her daughter came home and said that the kids at school are saying there's clowns running around killing people. So it gets blown up too, and like her daughter isn't allowed to look at social media and stuff, but like these kids at her school, some of these kids are allowed to just have free roaming on the computer, and I'm sure they watch YouTube and read all this stupid stuff on Facebook, and like they come and tell her that, and this girl's genuinely scared, like she thinks clowns are going to come get her, but she doesn't really
Yeah.
know the context because she's not allowed on the internet, so she doesn't really know.
Well, some poor girl, like in, I think it was North Carolina or something, like she got in trouble at school because she was scared and took a knife to school, like an elementary school kid. So she's
Oh,
got
gosh.
like troubles going on because she was afraid of clowns. And then, Mike, remember Mike? His son sent him some text about the clowns. He posted it on Facebook. He screenshotted the text and it was about about the clowns. So yeah, the kids are scared. Kelton's terrified. I'm only scared if they got balloons. I don't mind regular.
Wasn't there like a near abduction in Channelview the other day too, or was it?
Oh, that
it was
happens all
earlier
the time.
today
I
or-
don't know if that has to do with clowns.
Said something happened at the school. I seen something. That's crazy.
Oh, at the
I
school?
think that was clown related. Yeah.
It was a girl walking to school because she'd missed the bus, and
The girl
somebody
walking to
tried
school.
to
'Cause she
take
was-
her home with them, I guess.
I guess you can hear her. Like,
Yeah. May not be over there, but they can hear me.
Hey, little girl, do you like balloon animals?
That's a great clown voice.
I see it.
What is that?
there's one in my house.
There's a lurker back
That's
here.
not me.
No.
You can tell it's not me.
Somebody's clowning around back there.
Hey.
Oh,
So that's what happened in the
They're giving clowns a bad name, dude. I don't appreciate it.
You give clowns a bad name.
Oh my god.
It's awesome.
We're gonna have
What's
some
up, clown brother?
songs here. So we also got some text from our friend Shaggy.
Oop.
From our friend Shaggy. Let me see if I can. Wait, that's not it.
Phone's on silent, please.
Seth?
Seth.
Seth Brundle?
What is that? Is that a real thing?
Mhm.
All right. So here's what happened. Shaggy from Paranormal Guys, who we're going to be with on Saturday at the Monster House, he'll listen to the show because he's a vampire. He works at night, graveyard shift, and he'll listen to the show, and then he sends text messages just randomly throughout the evening as he's working. I got 5 the other day as he was listening to our recent episode. This is what he has to say. He says, I agree. I agree the earth is flat, and that is that. LOL. Either way, round, flat, or deflating balloon, because remember, we was coming up with that theory. Now people are getting on board. We definitely need to go to Demon Road. I think Demon Road has the answers.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
And he said that he's heard that there's an old shack there we need to investigate.
A shack.
Filled with ghostly snake balloons.
Oh boy, ghostly snake
I nominate
balloons.
you to lead this investigation. No thanks.
Ooh, that's going to be a video podcast, if anything.
Oh God. He says
Wanna
we're
see
killing
you
me over
squirm.
here. This is another text. I'm laughing so hard. All about selling plasma. We need to talk about selling plasma. Or we've been talking about selling plasma for a while to fund our crack habit, our paranormal crack habit. Right. What is that noise?
Not me.
What did you say? Oh, God.
That's good.
Right.
Don't look at me.
And then one of their teammates, Huck. Both me and him share the thing with the blood and the needles that we can't talk about blood and needles or we pass out. He says that we need to get a Ouija board and take it to our garage where the haunted mirror is and see if we can communicate to the spirit in the mirror. That's just a thought.
Mm.
I don't know about that. We're going to get to Ouija board stuff later because I think that could be one of the issues. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I actually draw a Ouija board on the mirror.
Ooh. Like
Oh, sorry.
You get that grease?
I'm still here.
You get that grease paint stuff?
No.
He wants to know if they can bring a Ouija board to Roy's building for the October 8th Parablast.
He just sent you that.
No, this was earlier. This is the same day as he was listening.
I think that's not a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's my answer to that.
That was Shaggy's messages. Chrissy's not fond of that idea.
I'm not a Ouija board fan. I'm just saying.
We also we were popular this week. We also got a phone message from Jason Kupsik from the Ectoplasm Show. So if y'all don't subscribe to the Ectoplasm Show, y'all should go do that immediately. Listen to those.
We drop out?
Hugh, I
So there
can't
you
hear
go.
you, brother.
Hello?
There we go.
You
Yeah.
moved your microphone.
Back.
Something happened.
Hey.
Are we good?
Yeah. I can hear you now.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a phone message from Jason of the Ectoplasm Show. And we're about to hear it.
That's you, Kibo.
Hey, mysterious boom. This is Jason Kupsik from the Ectoplasm Show. I just wanted to call and let you guys know that, well, Hugh already knows that I called him out and tagged him in a video recently on YouTube asking him to answer some questions. But I do plan on doing a video here in the near future where I call out all of the mysterious boomers to respond. That will be in a couple weeks, but
Ooh.
I want to get into more pressing matters. I just read a story about something down there. Now, I just got done doing an episode of the Ectoplasm Show. We did our weekly news episode today. And I've had a bit to drink, so I hope you excuse my rambling a bit. But I want to hear you guys investigate and talk about on the show the Donkey Lady. The Donkey Lady is down in your area. I don't know exactly how far away it is. They said it's on the road between Houston and San Antonio, I believe.
Heard she's kind of a jackass.
Sorry, my dog was making in the background. Yeah! He won't stop. Anyway. Tell me about the Donkey Lady. I think it's right up Mysterious Boom Alley. So, talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Donkey Lady.
Have you ever heard of this donkey lady?
I remember Donkey Lips from Salute Your Shorts.
Oh boy.
I've heard of it, but I think it's in San Antonio, like really close. I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, south side of San Antonio is a bridge known to be the home of Donkey Lady. Some say she's a ghost, while others say she's a living creature, half donkey, half human. The bridge is at the end of Jet Road. She is said to live in these woods around the bridge and jump on your car, damaging it with her hooves if you park here too long. Blah, blah. Whether she's a ghost or a creature, the lady is scary and well known throughout many parts of Texas.
My hooves!
Some stories say she lost her children in a fire set by her husband. She was terribly disfigured in the fire, fusing her fingers and toes together, creating hoof-like hands and feet. Her head was so badly burned in the fire that it healed in such a warped, elongated fashion, so it resembled that of a donkey.
So she's not like a centaur. She's like some kind of genetic-looking donkey hybrid humanoid.
She's just a burn-up lady, is what it said.
So they're saying like donkey head and face and donkey hooves, but like regular human bodies.
Wait, how do you burn somebody and it makes their face look like a donkey? I'm not sure
That's
like,
sad. She probably was a real
it's
lady.
very-
She probably was like a real lady that got burned up, and maybe her hands and her face got messed up, and then now it's like a scary story.
Oh, that's so sad.
Feel bad for her.
Yeah, I've seen Alejandro, who does the web series The Dead Explorer. He's from Austin, and he's gone to like Donkey Lady Bridge or something. And I think that was one of the interesting episodes. So you might want to check that out. I don't know when we would ever get into the Donkey Lady territory.
If we do, we can take my truck, because if she hooves the hood up or whatever, it won't matter. It's already
See,
all
whenever we had to do stuff at a distance, we'd have to find like a couple of things to look at, you know.
San Antonio is full of it.
We stayed in a haunted hotel there and didn't even know it one time.
That's right.
Which one?
The Prince Psalms.
Huh.
It was a creepy experience. I think we've talked about it before.
Yeah. Or
We didn't
heard,
know
like,
it was.
It sounded like typewriter was going all night. We had no idea. Like, we had no clue that it was supposed to be haunted. We went with the group of friends and we all stayed there. And apparently we got the room that all this haunting was happening in. When we got home, I looked it up, and sure enough, it had all this stuff about a lady that was supposed to get married. And the guy, did he get killed or he ran? I don't remember.
She was waiting for him to come back, and he didn't come back.
He didn't come back. And anyway, she's supposed to be there with her wedding dress on, still waiting for this fiance to come and whisk her away in marriage bliss, much like Kevin this weekend.
Oh, dang. Woo!
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, let's get into
Amy
it.
Loves me. I hope Amy loves me enough. She would haunt the hotel room that she died in.
Do you love me enough to haunt the hotel if I don't come back?
Yeah.
Maybe you should work that into your
My
your
vows.
marriage, your thing, Kel. I would haunt I would haunt this house if you didn't show up.
Kel, you mean Kevin? Wait, is Kevin writing his vows or is Kel just delivering them?
I'm
What's
writing
going on?
both of
Kel's-
their vows, and then I'm also reciting both of their vows.
He wrote 10. He wrote 10 different drafts, and he's putting them in a hat, and we're gonna draw them randomly.
Oh wow.
It's gonna be like a game of Mad Libs.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
That'd be
though.
actually great.
That would be
I bet
funny.
somebody did that.
Vow
Like
Libs.
two people that met over their love of Mad Libs, like their
Oh,
wedding
dang.
vows. Like they just asked the wedding member, what do you call them,
The clergy?
the watchers, the wedding
Oh, you mean
attendees to shout random things as they come to the blank spaces.
are you meaning like the wedding party, like the groomsmen and the bridesmaids, or do you
like
mean
the
like
people in the audience?
the people that the
Is
guests?
that called the
I
audience?
love you with all my.
It's called the guests.
Baloney!
Yeah. Pickles!
Actually,
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
that could get really bad.
Oh
So-
boy.
Kevin, we heard you had this ordeal. Mr. Wyatt wants to know what's been in your dreams, Kevin. What's
Yeah.
been in your dreams, man?
It's been kind of crazy.
I wrote a song about it.
I don't know. It's been like, oh, what was that?
Hello, everybody.
Arnold. We were just about to get serious.
Yes. Who are you?
I already said Mysterious Boom. Podcast.
What's your real name?
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Mysterious Boom? Talk about as a collective or as an individual?
Oh my gosh.
I'm Kel.
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
We're doing all right, except for Kevin. He had
First-
quite an ordeal the other day.
I would like to just get to know you.
I
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Oh no.
Anybody? Anybody?
My dad builds houses, and his name's Corky.
Let me talk to your mother.
Oh,
Get your mother, please.
No.
she's not here.
Why not?
She's at her own house.
Could I speak to the
grown-ups.
drug dealer of the house, please?
Oh my gosh.
Christy,
That's Christy.
Jeez.
Kevin, I feel like you're dodging the question here.
Sorry.
done. Is Arnold there?
Arnold didn't know how to say goodbye. Obviously,
What a rude
not
man.
there's not a goodbye choice for Arnold.
Oh, well.
Okay, wait a second.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I guess that worked.
All right. Sorry. We're working out a lot of gimmicks on Mysterious Boom right now. We're trying to do audio, video, soundboard, sharing screen, multiple. Anyways, so yeah. I had a nightmare.
All right, on to the next topic.
I had a nightmare and it was really freaky. And I've had like 3 days or 2 days to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm not as freaked out by it as I was, but I'm still kind of freaked out by it.
So has
So,
this
like-
been like a profound experience for you? Has this
Kind of dropped out right there. What did you say?
it's been a profound experience for you?
It was kind of crazy for like yesterday. Yesterday I was freaking out. Today I haven't thought about it a whole lot, except for just like a couple of things that I looked up about it. But I looked up a bunch of stuff about it the day of it happening. Like I messaged the group like right when it happened because I was so freaked out.
Yeah.
It was kind of like I don't know. It was like the most realistic, scary nightmare I ever had in my life. You know what I mean? Like real real realistic. Like it seemed, I couldn't tell the difference. Even after I woke up, I couldn't tell if I was still dreaming or not.
And this wasn't like you
And
got a
it's-
bunch of sleep. Like you messaged us at like 1:30 in the morning, right?
I had slept earlier. I had slept for like 4 hours earlier that day, and then like I was awake for like 3 hours, and then I slept for like 2 hours or something. The dream was, I felt like I was dreaming forever, but it was probably like 3 hours I was asleep, you know. Anyways, so I don't know. I can just tell you all the dream. I've tried to think about the best way to tell it, but I got to tell you all the dream first, and then we'll tell you the shit that I found out about it. So it's like I'm dreaming, and it's a normal dream, and I always dream that I'm in these. Oh, you almost ate it.
All right.
I'm in this familiar location, and it's like a townhouse. But I've never dreamed about this place. But you know what I mean by familiar? Like it seems like my house.
Right, like in your dream, you know it.
Yeah, it's totally normal, right? And I always have dreams like that where like it'll be like an apartment that I never lived in or stuff like this. And it's like a normal dream going. It's like in the dream me and Amy are living in this place and we're just hanging out in this house, right? And then so I hear a voice outside. I hear somebody talking outside. And the hallway, it's like I got to go down the hallway to the front door of the house, and then the corner of the house is right there by the front door, and the driveway is right in front going down into the street. And this guy's right here on the corner of my house talking. I come out and I open the door and I like come out and I'm like, hey, what are you doing out here? And I think I remember like he had like a flashlight. He was like shining the flashlight around, and that's why. So already the dream's starting to feel kind of weird. Like I can tell before that I already knew I was dreaming, but it's like through this whole ordeal I kept losing awareness of whether I was in a dream or not. Like at some points I would be like, oh no, I'm dreaming, and then other points I would totally forget, and it would be like terrifying all over again. You know what I mean?
You say he was talking like he was just talking outside?
He was normal. Yeah, he was like normal at this point. Like I just heard like somebody's voice outside. Weird. And I like went out, and so this guy's out there, and he's like short guy. He's like 5'8" or something like this, 5'10", shorter dude, and he's got long blonde hair, like tied back in a ponytail, and the only way I can describe him is being like really pretty. He was just like a really pretty dude, like baby face, like lean dude, and he's wearing like a tight black shirt and like black jeans, and he's like,
sounds like a Hesher.
He's acting. I know he just looked like a metalhead. I was saying like he looked like kind of like I don't know. I can't think of anything he looked like. That's what freaks me out about it, because it's weird for me to dream of somebody that looks like that, because I don't know nobody. You know what I mean? It's not the kind of person I see every day. The way I could describe him isn't like, it's not like, it's nobody I've ever dreamed about. And so anyways, this guy's talking to me outside of my house, and he's like, oh, and it's like inside the house, there's a window and he can see into the house, and there's like a table with board games. It's really weird, all these details that are sticking out, but he's like, oh, you got the Jeopardy board game. You should let me come play it sometime. I'm like, I don't know who you are. Like, and like about that time, his car is parked in my driveway, and his car starts like rolling down the driveway, and he's standing there talking to me, and the car like drives off into the neighbor's yard, like almost running into their house. I'm like, don't you need to go get your car, dude? And he like shakes my hand. He like reaches out to me and shakes my hand, and I'm still standing in my doorway. He's like, yeah, I got to go get it. And he runs off towards his car, and I shut the door, and I turn around, and right when I turn around, the guy's leaned up against the wall in the kitchen right behind me. Same dude. And like as soon as I shut the door, the guy's leaned up, and I got goosebumps all over me right now talking about this, because this is like where it turns into like super nightmare fest. Just because of the dread. Like it wasn't like even horrifying. It was like this sense of dread in the whole dream. And this guy is leaned up in my house, and he doesn't talk for the rest of the dream at this point. Outside, he was like a normal dude, but once he was like inside the house, he's leaned up against the wall, and I'm like, what are you? As I said something along the lines of like, what are you? And then it's like almost like cinematic zoomed in on this dude's face. And he had like these big black eyes. His eyes were bulged out a bit, and he had like solid black eyes all the way. And he looks like mean as hell at that point. And he doesn't say anything, and I'm like, you're a demon. And like it's really weird that in my dreaming mind that I would say that to like I've never dreamed about demons. I've never even think about it. Like we talked about it a few times on the show, but it's just weird themes in this whole dream. The house that I was in, even though it was familiar, it was like a place I'd never dreamed of. This guy, I've never dreamed of this guy. The name of the guy, which he never told me in the dream, never told me his name, but it stuck out, and it was like the theme of the whole dream was his name. And his name was Oliver, I understand. And we're not supposed to say the demon names from what Karen told us, and I looked at some of that stuff too. A lot of people say you're not giving power to him if you're not giving power to him. Like you can say the name as long as you're not fearing them or whatever, I guess. And so that's important later. His name was Oliver, and through the whole dream I knew that's what his name was, and I couldn't say it. Like I couldn't speak his name. No matter how hard I tried, it was like that sleep paralysis kind of feeling. So he's in my house, leaned up against the wall. I said, "You're a demon," and then the dream like shifts at that point. Like I realized that, oh shit, something's wrong. Excuse my language. and it rolls on to like another part of the dream where I think a lot of stuff was happening. Where I was like trying to tell Amy for a point because she was still in the house. I was trying to tell her about this character, and I couldn't tell her. And then the next point in the dream I remember is I'm laying in my bed and I have sleep paralysis in my bed, and I'm like awake in my room, but I'm, you know what I mean? I'm in sleep paralysis, and I'm trying to say like, wake me up. Like I'm trying to yell, wake me up, wake me up. And Amy comes in the room and wakes me up. And this is still in a dream. She comes in and wakes me up, but I'm still like I'm all sleep paralysis out, and the phone is laying right next to my head where I really was sleeping. That's what makes me think that at that point when I was having that dream, I really was having sleep paralysis, and I was really seeing like the room around me because everything looked just like it really looked. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I sound like I'm rambling, but that's how it works. It's like your eyes are open when you have sleep paralysis, and you'll see the room around you. So that's why I think I was dreaming about that. But the phone rang, and I answered the phone. And I remember looking at the phone, and I couldn't tell what the numbers on the phone were and stuff. And I like answered the phone, and it was this dude on the phone, and he didn't even really say anything. He was just like, it was like that, like scary voice stuff. And I like was trying to tell her what was happening, but I couldn't communicate it. And I was like frozen in space and stuff. It was crazy. And so still getting through the dream. Fast forward a little bit further, like other stuff happens. I imagine I forgot a lot of it, but the main part is that at the end of the dream, I'm at work and I'm in the meat department at my job, and my buddy that I work with, he's sitting Indian style on the floor of the meat department, like next to me, which is real weird. and he's looking up at me, and I'm telling him this story, and I'm actually telling him about it. And I said, but I still couldn't tell the guy's name. And at this point, I don't know if I'm dreaming. You know what I mean? It's just weird to me that the guy's sitting on the floor, but I didn't realize I kept losing like lucidity or whatever. I kept being like, oh no, I have to wake up. And then I would fall just back into a dream. And so the guy's looking up at me, and I'm telling him about it. And this other kid we work with is standing in the aisle, and he says, oh, I know that guy you're talking about. He said, that's Oliver. And then as soon as he said that's Oliver, the Oliver character like appears. Excuse my language. We got to do that too. He appears right behind my shoulder, or his shoulder. Excuse me, like across from me, and he's like glaring at me again. And yeah, I'm sorry about the outburst, but it gets scary, dude. I got goosebumps all over me. I look down at my buddy who's sitting Indian style on the floor, and he's all zombied out looking up at me. He's like all dead face, dead eyes, like, you know, and I'm like, and that's when I woke up for real. And the way I woke up for real is Amy busted in the room to wake me up. She like busted the door open because she said I was like screaming in there. And I was like, she said I was screaming out like in my sleep. And I never do that. And when we have this coat hanger, like this thing on our door that has a bunch of coats hanging on it. And when she opened the door, that coat hanger was right next to her, and it looked like a person next to her. And it's in the instant that I woke up, like I could have sworn I seen that dude.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was really awake then, but it was dark, and I seen this thing, and then I wasn't sure if I was dreaming or not still, and I had to like do a bunch of like reality checks to see if I was awake and stuff. And I was telling her, and I said the dude's name, and I was like, well, that's the first time I've been able to say the name at least, so I guess I'm awake.
So in
It was,
real
like,
life,
really, really
You
intensely
were screaming out loud, and Amy came in the room.
to wake me up. Yeah.
You think
Wow.
as far as time,
And that was a replay of what I had already dreamed. You know, I'd already dreamed that
Right.
happening. That's what I told her. And that's what I told her as soon as I woke up. I said, "This already happened. Like, what the hell's going on?"
You think maybe that's when she came in and you know how dreams are, like they can be mixed up and stuff. Do you think maybe that's when she actually came to wake you up, is when you were having that part of the dream, and it was just kind of
It could
jumbled
be.
up?
It
I
could
know
be.
you sent a message that you said I didn't believe Amy was real for like 15 minutes,
Yeah.
like in real
Because
life.
it was dark. It was dark in there, and I was shining the light on her phone, on my phone, on her face to like see her, and I like didn't have my glasses, and I did put them on eventually. I didn't go to sleep for like another hour and a half after that.
Oh man.
But so the things that stuck out about it as weird to me from the beginning is, number one, how terrifying the dream was, and I don't have scary nightmares like this. When I do, they turn into like lucid dreams, and they're not scary, they're just weird. Number two, this guy's name, Oliver, has like no meaning to me at all. Like, I don't know anybody named Oliver. Although Amy did point out that she watches that show, what's it called? It's the tattoo show where they have the competition, Ink Masters.
Ink
Yeah,
Masters.
Ink
Yeah.
Masters.
So she watches that show, and there's a guy on that show named Oliver Peck, and she
Mhm.
watches that show all the time. So I didn't think about that name, but that could be somewhere where I subconsciously heard the name Oliver. But it doesn't look nothing like this guy that I've seen in my dream. And that's the other thing, is I've never dreamed about no person like this. I've never had no buddies that looked like this person. His outfit, the eyeballs. I've never had dreams with like the eyeballs like that.
Have you ever
It's
created
all
a person in a dream at all? Like, have you ever dreamt about somebody?
No,
you've
no, no,
never
yeah,
seen?
no, yeah, not at all.
That's weird.
It's always been somebody that I know. I guess maybe I have, because I've dreamed of being in like stores, and there's like a cashier that's like vague. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
But
can't
this guy
remember
was
any
not.
features.
This guy was not vague, bro. This guy was defined. And like I said, he had blonde hair, and he was really pretty. Kind of looked like an angel. You know what I mean?
That's how
Kinda
demons.
crazy.
That's how the demons all started out, man. It was all angels and stuff.
Right. What else was there? It looked weird.
This had me like really. I was like really worried, man, because it
I
seemed
was
like
too.
you know we're always like clowning around on our messenger and stuff, but I was like, there were so many stupid little jokes that I held back because I was like, no, I can't be. This is like
This is real.
this is serious, and
No,
you
I
seem
feel
like
bad.
you're in a lot of tour. Kel didn't hold back.
I can't.
That was the other thing too, is for me to call him out as a demon without ever being told. He acknowledged me whenever I said you're a demon. He like nodded his head.
Oh wow.
I'm a demon.
Yeah, he like, and it was scary as hell. He like nodded his head, but he couldn't. And he was, for the rest of the dream, he was like he was far away from me, but he was like always there, and I couldn't say anything about him. It was like that kind of feeling, getting chased down by the killer, by Jason or something kind of feeling. You know what I mean?
Well, what about the research you did?
So yeah, that's why I'm looking back through our messages to see what all I've pulled up, and I want to see what I actually typed the first time. I'm sorry, but I just had a really vivid dream that lasted forever. It was really specific. I was being haunted by this character named Oliver. He told me he was a demon. I guess he didn't tell me. You know, now that thinking back on it, he didn't tell me. He just nodded. The dream lasted forever. Throughout the dream, when I tried to say his name, I couldn't. Anytime I tried to mention him to people I told would go dark, and they would have dead eyes. He would call me or show up in the background. Oh my gosh. Amy heard me screaming from the next room, woke me up. Yeah, that's everything. I was freaking out whenever I typed all that stuff. But I was just trying to try to write it down.
And we kept getting random messages the next day about you like researching this stuff. So I mean, this is
Yeah.
I knew this was. So I was asking if this was like a big, like profound thing to you, like a eye-opening experience or something.
Yeah, I talked to my mom. That's why I wanted to have mom on here too. I talked to my mom, but I mean, without getting too preachy or anything, like, yeah, like, I mean, when it happened to me, I was like raised up religious and stuff, and I don't live as a good Christian, I guess, but I believe in it. And so I prayed for protection and prayed for the whatever it was that was messing with me to like leave me alone and stuff. And it didn't happen again. Actually, the next dream I had, because I did dream again, the next dream I had was me telling somebody about the dream I had just had.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna tell you to be like, hey, you should listen to like Dreaming with Jeff the next, to go to sleep the next night. So you'd be like, have that.
I was listening to this podcast called the Sleep With Me podcast, and it's this guy that does, I don't know if I told you about it. It's like a specific way of, he does this podcast where he talks in mumbo jumbo, and he'll be talking about something and change the subject real quick, and it's all that AMSR stuff where the way that their voice sounds, it sets off things. It's really weird sleep aid podcast where this guy just tells stories that don't make sense. And so I don't know if I picked up something in there that might have made me start dreaming something too. Something else is like I was talking to my mom about was maybe, getting into like deep sleep and lucid dreaming and like sleep paralysis. Like it could unlock some kind of potential, or just not unlock potential, but open up your mind in a way to where either you could, I mean, number one, you could have crazy dreams, but number two, maybe like something could get in, or something. You're using more of your mind than you would usually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've totally.
So you're more perceptive. Agree. I'm trying to say something like that. You're more perceptive to things that you're not perceptive to in the waking world.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it could possibly be opening up a line of communication that's normally not there?
That's what I was thinking. And that's the thing too, is with the demon thing. So he said he was a demon. So the next day I Google Oliver Demon, and there's like a Punisher character there. It's like, that's what the name's really famous for, is like this demon in the Punisher series. But that character is based off of one of the actual demons. It's like one of the Lords of Hell in the hierarchy of demons and like the ancient demonology stuff. I've looked at all this stuff too. And so that stuff's all real hard to like track down too. It's a bunch of people copying and pasting the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I found there's only like 2 demons with the name that starts with an O. And one of them was like, I'm the knock or something. And the other one was Olivier. And it's Olivier, Olivier, which is French for Oliver.
Oh.
Holy crap. So I was freaking out. It says Oliver was the prince of the archangels, and he has power over wealth and money. And the other stuff I was reading say that, yeah, he is the Lord of cruelty and delights in abusing the poor and the weak.
Mm-hmm.
So like other stuff, I can't remember, I didn't link it, but I was reading stuff about demonic attacks, and they're talking about like these demons specifically attack people when they're in moments of like weakness and stuff like this or whatever. So that's what Mom had been talking about, is that like because of the wedding and like finances and things like this, and possibly just a lack of faith in general or something like this, it could have made me more susceptible to one of these quote unquote demonic attacks from this very specific demon who seemed like it made it very big point to that I knew his name and knew what it was he was doing there, Maybe I just made it all up. That's what Ricky said. He said, you just made it all up, dude. That was a crazy story dream you had.
I don't know, man, because...
Do you think
there's a lot of people on YouTube that have said they've had similar dreams, not about similar characters, but there's people that talk about demonic attacks in dreams. That's like a normal thing in the dreaming community, I guess.
It seems like an easy place for like something like that to happen, because you're kind of in your subconscious, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Was that like Freddy's deal with the demons that were inside him? They could only go in the dreams, or what?
I
don't remember,
so.
But I know that's what his deal was. He's got demons inside him, and he goes in people's dreams to kill them.
Do you think the fact that you weren't able to say his name in the dream robbed him of the power to be able to torment you during the dream?
Me and Mom were talking about it, and I was thinking, what we came up with was that maybe because I said you're a demon,
Mm-hmm.
I outed him. You know, like maybe like
Right.
since subconsciously I looked at him, I said, "What are you?" and he didn't respond. And when I looked at him and he had that look, I was like, "You're a demon." Maybe I outed him, and that's why he stayed back in the distance. I'm thinking he just held. If it was, I'm speaking real like crazy person kind of. I'm trying.
No, you're not at all. You're
It's
trying to
stuff I
rationalize
wouldn't
it.
say. Right.
No,
like,
but I mean, I'm
if
thinking
this
maybe
is-
that, you know, within yourself, like in the subconscious, maybe the fact that you automatically recognized that he was a demon also allowed you to have some sort of protectiveness over yourself so that you couldn't say his name.
Or, you know, maybe even you couldn't say his name in the dream because you shouldn't say their names. I mean, maybe in the dream, subconsciously, you knew you
Right, I
shouldn't
was
say
thinking-
their
Yeah,
names. And
right.
so it was kind of a warning.
Yeah. And that's what Karen said. She said that that's the thing, you're not supposed to say their names. Because I guess that's like the Beetlejuice thing too. That's why I was reading
Yeah.
some stuff. They were like, say Beetlejuice 3 times.
Well, a lot of these bad things has, like you say their names, like the Bloody Mary, Candyman, and Johnny Red, all of them, you know. If you say their name like a certain amount of times, then you're like in trouble.
Well, Hugh
Right.
had another theory. He was wondering if maybe it could be connected to the whole aspect of the Ouija board.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Something to come out the Ouija board.
Well, when I was doing all this looking into the Ouija board when you first got it, and we were talking about it, and I even listened to a bunch of other programs that were talking about the Ouija board, and the people that were like not okay with doing the Ouija board, they were like, well, you know, it's a dangerous thing, and they're like, you know, and this is one of the things that really got to me too. They said that you could do it, and that demons aren't on time, like they're not restricted by time like we are. They don't follow those rules, and they can lay dormant and wait for the right opportunity.
Right. They're supposed to be interdimensional.
Right.
So, yeah.
So I mean, and they were like, yeah, somebody played with the Ouija board when they were a kid, and then like 20 years later they had this demon attack and like a constant demon issue going on, and they're like, what did you and he's like, well, I played Ouija board when I was like 7, you know. So I don't know. I mean, that's
Jeez.
just
I was pretty mean to that Ouija board, dude.
yeah, you were. And you was at the one house that was supposed to be haunted and everything else, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. So this kind of, I was even thinking, I think I even was messaging with Shaggy about the Ouija board or somebody about, I said, man, I really want to just kind of just fool around with one or whatever. But when I heard your story, I'm like, nah, maybe not, because I don't know, man. Maybe it is something that was laying dormant or whatever. But
I don't know. I think I'm equipped to like fight with anything. If it is something like a demon, I could probably fight the sun gun off. You know what I mean?
I'm there
Kevin
for you,
versus Oliver, Hell in the Cell.
I'm ready to fight.
I hope I don't dream about it again, because like I said, it was the scariest dream I've ever had.
Right.
I was
And
looking
it
at
wasn't
the
even that
name
scary.
and- Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it wasn't even scary. It was just like I said, it was like intense dread and like real super sleep paralysis and stuff. It was just real intense.
Okay, I was
What were
looking
you
at
saying,
the
Karen?
name earlier, and it originates from a Norse mythology. Anyway, one meaning of it can be ancestral. Is there any? And I've heard of like the ancestral curses, and like if you had anyone in your family, and you know, with the wedding coming up, if there's any fears that marriage symbolizes throughout your ancestry, if there's any issues. I mean, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah. No. I think it's, I don't know. Yeah, I looked at like name meanings and stuff too, and it said like Oliver is like olive branch. It's like peacefulness and like it all had like good connotations and stuff. I don't know. The thing.
Yeah, that's what I found
like,
too.
The only stuff I could find about the demon was the stuff about the attacking the poor and the misfortunate and stuff like this.
Do you feel like maybe you were scared in the dream because it was something invading your dream? Like instead of just being a dream,
what I
like
mean.
something was in your dream.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be there. Exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
I didn't get to say that, but that's exactly how it felt.
What do you mean? Like it wasn't a part
like
of the dream,
he
but it was
wasn't
actually
part of
coming
my dream.
into the dream?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
Like him,
wow.
and that's the other thing, man. Like me going outside, I heard him. I got goosebumps all over me. I heard him outside talking,
Goose flesh.
and I go out there and I open the door, and he's fine. He's like normal weirdo guy outside, right? And the whole situation is weird and real dreamy. He's talking about the Jeopardy board game. His car rolls off across the street. He reaches out and shakes my hand, like leans out to me and shakes my hand. And the door's open. I'm standing in my doorway. And as soon as I shut that door and turn around, he's right behind me.
It's like you let him in, but like by
Exactly.
shaking
Yes,
his hand.
it's like I let him into my dream, dude. It's like I
Don't
went and opened the
touch the
door and let him
demons.
in.
Now I've got goose flesh.
No, I'm trying to think about it. Like what you're so.
So that's how I was thinking about that, and it was really freaking me
So
out.
like
that,
you were just having
that
a
he was just
dream.
outside talking, like calling to me to see if I'd come out there and let him in. I was having
but-
just a normal dream about me and Amy hanging out.
but he's not like actually a part of your dream. He's like
Not once he appears inside the house.
he's just coming into the dream. Like I don't know.
He's
I guess
invading.
that's what Freddy did in some of the movies too. He just kind of invaded people's dreams. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm gonna.
Right.
So you felt like this was not an olive branch kind of thing, not like a peaceful thing at all, right?
Right.
I don't know, especially when your
As soon as he was in
coworker-
the house, it like went from being like a normal dream to as soon as I shut the door and he was in the house, it like dropped, and it like went to like super scary nightmare mode immediately, and stayed there for the rest of it. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
laying in bed and the phone rings and I look at the phone and it's all jumbled up and I answer it and it's just like scary breathing on the phone.
Mm.
Like, and that really freaked me out. And I want to say that happened other points in the dream too, where he was calling my phone and that's all I could hear on the phone was like breathing.
Isn't that like a normal thing in dreams too? Like phone numbers or like messages that you're trying to read and stuff like that. You can't really make sense of any of that. Isn't that a common thing in weird dreams like that? I feel like I've heard that before, where you like words and numbers are just illegible.
Yeah, I think we might have touched on that before because I can't read things in my dream.
Yeah.
like at all.
Yeah, like at all.
See, I don't really remember.
They say that's a way to do a reality check in your dreams is to read something.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're practicing lucid dreaming, you're supposed to try to read stuff to see if you can read it or not.
I think
You
that's
know,
exactly
dream-
what we were talking about. I think that's what I remember that from.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird, because you tried to look at a phone number and you couldn't decipher it.
Yeah.
So if you are able to read it, then that means that.
Okay. So if the guy did interfere if it was a thing that was in my dream, and whenever she opened that door for real and woke me up and I saw that thing and like it's just my mind playing tricks on me at that point, but I swear to God, a guy was standing right behind her whenever I was actually awake for a split second. You know what I mean? And that freaked me out real bad, and I had to like think if I was awake or not. What'd you say?
Now I have the goose flesh.
Oh gosh.
Seriously,
Goose
I
flesh.
had the goose flesh when you sent the message.
I really
Hugh
did,
was
too.
in bed, and I'm like, Kevin's in the bathroom, and I'm like, sorry, Kevin's messaging. Because he came to check and see what I was doing.
I was like, I'm not looking.
I'm like, don't look.
I'm going to bed. Oh, yeah.
It was scary. I talked to my mom. I talked about a lot of like religion stuff and demons and negative energy and stuff like this. And I don't know. Like I said, like I just have to. It's probably gonna happen again since I talk about it so much right before I go to sleep. But
Yes, let's hope that doesn't happen.
hope it doesn't.
The reason I asked you about the invasion aspect and feeling like something that was there that wasn't really part of your dream is because I've had a dream like that, but it wasn't as scary as demons. I actually had a dream where I felt like I'm in my dream and something is trying to manipulate my dream. And it's almost as if I couldn't see them, but I could hear two girls. And this was over a decade ago. This was not whenever I was researching this stuff or even had access to the internet to look it up. And within my dream, I told them, you better be careful who you mess with because they can come back and get you. And it's like they were little teenage girls, like giddy and laughing and trying to manipulate my dream with what I would not necessarily define as like black magic, but maybe trying to dabble in witchcraft. And they thought they were being cute. And I shut them down, and it was very much like, you're not going to be in my dream. We're not going to do this. But the dream was happening, and then it's like I could hear them in my dream. It was very creepy. It scared the crap out of me at first, and then I like mamaed them instantly. And I wasn't like a mama then, so that didn't make any sense.
You two better go to bed.
Oh no, it was way worse. I was actually kind of probably scared the crap out of them if that was really what was happening. Oh boy. Sorry, guys. I know what's coming.
Oh, no. So this is another thing. I've got a video pulled up, and this guy, I kind of jumped through it a little bit. It's a longer video. All the videos about this stuff, and I shared this into the group already. It's called The Attributes of Demons, Part 2, Sleep Paralysis, Incubus, Dream Demons. This guy's channel is actually pretty good. John Razimus. So he's talking about, he was saying that it could be like alien invasions, like because the black eyes was the main thing that he was talking about. It made me think of this. The big black eyes.
Oh.
So they were like were they alien-esque, or were they more like black-eyed children, black sunken sullen eyes? Like the eyes were missing, or like the eyes were bulging?
No, they were bulged.
Okay.
They were like round. They weren't like big like alien eyes, but they were like round.
Not like this guy.
Yeah.
See, and I've heard before, like people say that aliens, we haven't made contact with aliens. What we have contacted are interdimensional beings, not extraterrestrial, but extra-dimensional beings, and that's how demons are described. They exist in a different dimension where they can't be perceived here, so that's totally believable.
Right.
Right. And that my mom even said that, like, too, like that's like a thing that they've been like explained like that. That's what I was saying, like with the whole demons and angels and heaven and hell thing. I was like, maybe when we're in our bodies, we can only perceive the world one way, and whenever our spirit is freed, then we can perceive the universe like as it really is, or something like this, or something. You know what I mean? And maybe like, I don't know. I hate talking about stuff I don't know. I just try to make sense of it all.
But there is like a big spiritual world all around us, and I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that we don't know and can't comprehend even
the veil
right now, you know. It's like if there's demons, I mean, you got that side, then you gotta have the God, the other side of it. It doesn't seem like they would work one without the other. And that's one thing that I think about that's comforting to me a little bit, is like, all right, if this is happening and there's like a demon thing going on, so there is a demon is what we're saying, well then there is God as well, and he would be more powerful than the demons, you know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, if you're worried about demons,
right,
then that'd be the way to look at it, is that, hey, there's God would have
people
for the demons.
Like, that's what me and Mama talked about too, is that like people talk about how a lot of visions in the Bible that people have had in the Bible and stuff, a lot of those could be attributed to like lucid dream or like deep, like crazy dream stuff. You know, these are the visions that the people have. Yeah. And they say they have visions. It's something that comes to them in their dreams. So who's to say that like angels aren't visiting, or some kind of creature like that? You know what I mean? It's crazy to think, but I really do think it's some extra dimensional stuff, like Kel's saying.
And
I don't know if this guy is the specific demon that I Googled, you know, this Olivier demon thing, but something was weird about the name and the.
There's some
knowing-
importance
me
to it. So
saying
you can't
it.
say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you talk to like angels through a Ouija board?
Don't start.
Huh?
Don't start.
Well, I don't think that's a bad question. Is if there's
I don't either.
why do we always?
I hope
associate
it's not
with
your Ouija
demons?
board theory, dude.
Whoa!
Oh!
Oh my gosh! What just happened?
Jeez.
Oh my god.
I thought Kevin fell over.
I was scared.
But like on a real note, you could like
Uh,
if you're contacting something on the Ouija board, like I've told y'all a million times, I don't believe in ghosts as disembodied spirits. But the Ouija board, if you're contacting something on the Ouija board, are you contacting an extra dimensional being, be it angel or be it demon? And we've spoken about it before when we were on the Ouija board kick. Like you can contact good things on the Ouija board as well, but you're rolling the dice every time. You never really know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Right, and the evil ones want you to think they're good ones, so they might disguise themselves because
Kinda
they can
like
lie to you.
That pretty dude standing outside your door until you shook his hand and let him into your house. He seemed like a nice, just kind of goofy dude that that was stupid enough to let his car roll away. And then like all of that stuff could have been a distraction. All that, the car rolling away, all that stuff could make you assume that he's weak or harmless and just kind of a dummy. And then you shake his hand and now you've physically made a connection with him. And now he's in you. He's in you. He's in your dream, which is kind of scary to think about.
Has there been?
I mean, it felt like I was just gonna say it felt like he was something that I wasn't dreaming about. Like it felt like something that was in my dream that I wasn't dreaming.
Invasive, yeah.
Has there been any other things going on where you like? I don't know how to say it. Anything different, like spiritual, or anything before this happened? I mean, I know that's like a weird question, but any?
No, I mean, not really. Like I said, like it's just like my religion is like always in the back of my mind, and always like I'm like it's always like so yeah, like I think about it a lot, but I don't act on it. So that could be it, something like that. But as far as like no, there's nothing I could think of. Like we're not having a religious wedding. And like my mom was saying, like the wedding and the finances and stuff, that could be something that would make me weak and susceptible to something trying to attack me or whatever. So it could be that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Well, if anything's trying to attack you, I've got your back. I've been ordained to marry. I am ready to take the step into being able to do exorcisms, whatever you need. So
Yeah.
just let me know, bro.
So I have to say, so whenever I tried to get Hugh to wrap his brain around the fact that Kel is marrying Kevin and Amy, he was like, so what's he a minister of? I'm like, no, I don't. I think you just can go on the internet.
The
and you can
Universal
get-
Life Church.
See, there you go.
Well, see, I know like if you're like a ship captain or whatever, then somehow you can marry people. So I didn't know.
Yeah. You guys
He didn't know what you're the captain
Weren't you
of.
like a manager at?
I'm captain of this ship. Yeah.
Kel,
weren't you
that's
like
a good
manager
captain
at
name.
Buffalo Wild Wings. I didn't know maybe that
Arr.
afforded the same privileges or something.
Captain Kel. You could have a parrot. A parrot could say Captain
I
Kel.
can marry
I have
people
a-
if I want.
We have a parakeet.
You teach it to say Captain Kel.
Parakeet.
Yeah.
Arr.
I'm gonna teach it to say it's high noon before I teach you to say anything.
Awesome.
Well, if you only have one keet, then you don't have a parakeet.
Oh, stop.
I quit the podcast.
Boy.
Hopefully, you don't have a paranormal parakeet.
Oh, boy.
Oh god. But you've
Like a
got
ghost
He
parakeet?
quit just again.
Yeah. Again, I'm
What
back and
happened?
I quit and I'm back.
Paranormal parakeet.
What is that? Is that a ghost? No.
What?
I'll
What?
be back.
Yeah, that's the tip of my finger.
I
What is
see
that?
it. That's
It's like a big white.
Mr. Sugars.
Oh, it's Mr. Sugars.
That's our cat.
It's all big white blobbish type entity. I didn't know what it was.
It's the cat. Don't call him a big blob. Baby.
All right.
I want to know if there's a
So-
paranormal parakeet anywhere.
The Kevin's done.
I guess at this point, I just wait to see what happens with the thing.
I guess we'll
I
just have
imagine it won't happen again. I hope it won't.
I ain't scared, bro. I got your back, like I said.
Yeah.
What's that?
I am scared, but I've still got
It
your
was
back.
Monday night. And you've only had one night, I guess, since then.
Yeah.
And
I
you,
didn't. I
and you
slept
had a
fine
dream
last night.
about talking about the dream.
Well, that was right after I went back to sleep.
Oh.
Right after I went back to sleep after the dream, I dreamed about telling somebody about the dream, but it wasn't a nightmare or anything. And then last night I slept fine. No dreams. No dreams.
Very well. Very well.
Scary, scary.
What else have we got? How long have we been going? Where's my mouse button?
I think we got like an hour and a half good.
Oh, see, we've been going that long.
We haven't even got to the page yet.
Huh? We don't have to get to the page.
I know. There's just so much going on.
Let's see if there's anything important. Oh, Kevin, we talked about that. Oh, did y'all watch this? I know Karen watched this. Shaggy and his group, they had like a interesting EMF computer thing going on.
That was really weird. Did y'all watch it?
I watched some of it. I didn't get to see the whole thing though, but I seen where it was like lighting up 8 times.
Yeah. I mean, constantly, and it would do it like on command. Like they would ask a question and then it would do it. And it wasn't like something that you could kind of say it's an electrical current or something. I mean, it wasn't a constant or any kind of repetitive type of thing, but just whenever the question was asked.
Yeah, I've seen at one point where Shaggy asked if it was a nun, and then he like asked, "Are you?" And then it started lighting up. So, well, let me ask again, "Are you a nun?" And it didn't do anything. And then he said, "Are you a patient?" And then it started lighting up again. And
Yeah.
it would always do it like 8 times. So that's pretty.
Well, what's the significance of the 8?
I think that's what they were trying to figure out. I don't know if they figured it out by the end of the video. I had to go do something else, but
I don't think so, but they were asking if there was like 8 spirits
right.
or 8 nuns or something.
They were asking why, what is 8? Kind of like we are, what is 36? Or where is 36? Same kind of deal. But, yeah, so that's pretty interesting. That was at Yorktown Hospital, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, Yorktown Memorial.
Close them dang old Facebook things.
All right.
Is that Wilbur Post?
Look at his face. In the world.
It has to do with this testing the settings on the temporal time stream technology equipment.
I actually asked him about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did? What'd he say?
That Hugh knows everything about it to ask him.
All right,
Oh,
you're under
Hugh's been
the
holding
magnifying glass
I
now,
love
Hugh.
it. I love it.
I don't know.
You'll have to have a meeting with the statement to figure out what you're allowed to share, right?
Flat earthers argue trees don't exist, and it says they're not wrong.
So wait. So flat Earth means that the whole entire Earth is flat, not just the ground that we live on is flat, but like trees are flat. Is that what they're saying? I don't even know. What do you say to that?
I don't know.
I can go touch a tree. I can go and I can climb. Well, I can't climb a tree, but people can climb trees. So how are you going to tell me if I can actually touch it that it's not real? Maybe we all live in a dream state. Maybe we're just a big dream and we don't even know it.
Did you read it? Did you read the article?
Well, y'all wanna-
Me?
y'all-
Oh no, I didn't read the article.
Do you wanna come back to that next time? Just flat Earth, real quick.
Yeah, I guess so. We can save that for next time.
So let's do that. Whoa, what happened? Why is this circle thing? Okay. All right.
You want to do an outro for this one?
Yeah. Go to our website, mysteriousboom.com. Horophilia, subscribe, rate, review on iTunes. I'm just kind of parroting every other podcast now.
Do it now.
Do it now, yes. Do it now.
If you want to live.
Be looking for some stuff from this weekend coming up. We're going to be doing some recording out at the Parablast with Shaggy and some other paranormal friends out at this big creepy building. So be looking for that.
I work alone.
And then we're gonna keep an eye on Kevin. Stay tuned. Go to the Mysterious Boom group, facebook.com/groups/Mysterious Boom, and you can have real time updates. If Kevin has any
y'all keep me in your thoughts. Good juju.
Yeah.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs.
Yeah, and if anybody has any information out there regarding Oliver or who he possibly is or what he possibly is or what is going on, let us know. You can go to mysteriousboom.com. There's a contact you can email. There's a phone number there that you can text or call and leave a voicemail.
They could probably just comment on the YouTube video too if they're on YouTube, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you can do that too. So get with us on all those means, and we'll be back next time on Mysterious Boom.
Claims he is being haunted by a ghost.
Unexplained mysteries to license mysterious boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Unexplained phenomena.
I said a boom, chicka boom. Boom.
Strange lights in the sky over Houston.
Bigfoot, it turns out, is real. According to one group of researchers,
Weird, wild stuff. Mysterious boom.